Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going on a journey into the mind-bending world of time. We experience it every second, yet understanding how we perceive time is surprisingly complex. It's not a simple, straightforward process. Instead, our perception of time is a fascinating mix of biology, psychology, and even cultural influence. Think about it. Does time always feel the same? Does a fun vacation fly by, while a boring meeting drags on forever? That's the mystery we'll be unraveling today. So buckle up, because we're about to delve into the science of time perception. If you're excited about digging into the mysteries of the mind, be sure to hit that like button. What's your biggest time-related mystery? Tell me in the comments. First, let's debunk a common myth. We don't have a dedicated time organ in our brain. There's no specific clock ticking away in one isolated location. Instead, time perception is a distributed process, meaning it involves multiple brain regions working together. The prefrontal cortex, crucial for decision-making and working memory, plays a role. The cerebellum, responsible for motor control and coordination, also contributes. Even the basal ganglia, involved in learning and habit formation, has a say in how we experience time. It's like an orchestra, with different sections contributing to the overall symphony of our temporal awareness. One of the primary mechanisms behind our time perception is the internal clock model. This theory suggests we have an internal pacemaker that emits pulses. These pulses are then accumulated by an accumulator. The more pulses accumulated, the longer we perceive the time interval to be. Think of it like a mental stopwatch, constantly running in the background. However, this clock isn't perfect. Its speed can be affected by various factors, including our emotional state and level of attention. This is why time feels so subjective and variable. Now, let's talk about emotions. Our emotions have a significant impact on how we perceive time. When we're scared or anxious, our heart rate increases, our breathing quickens, and our brains become hyper-alert. This heightened state of arousal can speed up our internal clock, making time seem to pass more slowly. Conversely, when we're relaxed and enjoying ourselves, our internal clock might slow down, causing time to fly by. This is why those blissful moments of vacation feel so fleeting. What's an experience that made time feel like it slowed down or sped up for you? Share it down below. Attention also plays a crucial role. When we're focused and engaged in a task, we're more likely to accurately perceive the passage of time. However, when our attention is divided or we're bored, our internal clock can become less reliable. We might underestimate the amount of time that has passed, leading to that feeling of, where did the time go, when you're engrossed in a good book or movie. Or we might overestimate the time, causing that dreaded feeling of waiting in line forever. The duration neglect effect is another fascinating aspect of time perception. This cognitive bias suggests that we tend to remember experiences based on their peak intensity and their ending, rather than the overall duration. So even if an experience was mostly unpleasant but had a positive ending, we're more likely to remember it fondly. This effect influences how we recall past events and make decisions about future ones. Our perception of the past is also far from perfect. Memory plays a key role, but memories are reconstructive, not simply recordings. When we recall an event, we're not just retrieving a stored file, we're actively rebuilding it. This reconstruction process can be influenced by our current beliefs, emotions, and expectations. As a result, our memories of past events can change over time, and our perception of how long ago they occurred can be distorted. The telescoping effect is a common memory distortion. This occurs when we perceive recent events as being more distant than they actually are, backward telescoping, or distant events as being more recent than they actually are, forward telescoping. For instance, you might think that a vacation you took last year feels like it happened ages ago, or you might believe that a childhood memory occurred more recently than it did. Now let's switch gears and talk about circadian rhythms. These are our internal biological clocks that regulate our sleep-wake cycles, hormone production, and other bodily functions. These rhythms are synchronized to the Earth's 24-hour day-night cycle. Disruptions to our circadian rhythms, such as jet lag or shift work, can significantly impact our perception of time and our overall well-being. Think of it as throwing off your internal timing and making your experience of time feel disjointed. Interestingly, studies have shown that our perception of time can be influenced by our age. As we get older, our internal clock tends to slow down. This means that time may seem to pass more quickly as we age. This phenomenon is often attributed to changes in brain function and a decrease in the novelty of experiences. The more familiar we become with routines, the less vividly we remember them, making time seem to compress. Cultural factors can also shape our perception of time. Different cultures have different attitudes toward time and punctuality. Some cultures are more monochronic, meaning they focus on doing one thing at a time and value schedules and deadlines. Other cultures are more polychronic, meaning they're comfortable multitasking and are less concerned with strict adherence to schedules. These cultural differences can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts in intercultural interactions. The concept of flow state provides another interesting perspective. Flow is a state of complete immersion and engagement in an activity. When we're in a flow state, we lose track of time and our sense of self diminishes. This state is often associated with creativity, productivity, and feelings of deep satisfaction. Think of artists or musicians lost in their creative process. Have you ever been so absorbed in something that you lost track of time? Tell us about it below. Time perception is also crucial in sports and athletics. Athletes need to accurately perceive the speed and trajectory of objects, as well as the timing of their own movements. For example, a baseball player needs to judge the speed and spin of a pitch in order to hit it successfully. This requires precise timing and coordination, which are honed through practice and experience. Our brains are constantly predicting what will happen next. This predictive processing also influences our perception of time. When our expectations are violated, they can lead to a subjective experience of time slowing down or speeding up. Think of how time seems to slow down in a car accident. Your brain is rapidly processing information and trying to make sense of the unexpected situation. Now, let's consider the effects of drugs and altered states of consciousness. Certain drugs, such as stimulants, can speed up our internal clock, making time seem to pass more slowly. Other drugs, such as psychedelics, can distort our perception of time in more complex ways, leading to feelings of timelessness or expanded awareness. These altered states can provide insights into the neural mechanisms underlying time perception. People with certain neurological conditions, such as Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's disease, often experience difficulties with time perception. These conditions can disrupt the neural circuits involved in timing and memory, leading to an impaired ability to estimate durations or remember past events. Studying these conditions can help us better understand the neural basis of time perception. Our sense of the future is also intertwined with our perception of time. We constantly make predictions about what will happen, and these predictions influence our current behavior. Our ability to plan and anticipate future events is essential for achieving our goals and navigating the world successfully. But how we view the future also affects how we experience the present. The concept of prospective memory refers to our ability to remember to perform actions in the future. This type of memory is crucial for daily life, allowing us to remember appointments, take medications, and complete tasks. Failures in prospective memory can have significant consequences, from missing important deadlines to forgetting to pick up your kids from school. Time management techniques can help us improve our efficiency and reduce stress. By prioritizing tasks, setting realistic deadlines, and avoiding procrastination, we can gain a greater sense of control over our time. Effective time management can also lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life. If you're finding this helpful, give that subscribe button a click. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool for enhancing our awareness of the present moment. By paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment, we can cultivate a greater appreciation for the flow of time. Mindfulness can also help us reduce stress and improve our overall well-being. The subjective experience of time is deeply personal and variable. What may seem like a fleeting moment to one person could feel like an eternity to another. This variability highlights the complex interplay of factors that shape our individual perception of time. No two people experience time exactly the same way. Research on time perception is ongoing, with new discoveries being made all the time. Scientists are using a variety of techniques, including brain imaging and behavioral experiments, to further unravel the mysteries of how we experience time. The more we learn, the better we can understand ourselves and the world around us. Technology is also influencing our perception of time. The constant stream of information and notifications in the digital age can fragment our attention and disrupt our sense of continuity. It's important to be mindful of how technology affects our relationship with time and to take steps to protect our mental well-being. What apps or tools do you find the most helpful or harmful when it comes to your perception of time? Let me know in the comments. Our perception of time is not fixed or immutable. With practice and awareness, we can learn to influence our experience of time. By cultivating mindfulness, managing our attention, and prioritizing meaningful experiences, we can create a richer and more fulfilling relationship with time. Think about how different animals perceive time. Do they experience time in the same way that we do? How might their sensory abilities and cognitive processes shape their perception of time? Exploring these questions can provide valuable insights into the evolution of time perception. The philosophy of time also offers a rich and complex perspective. Philosophers have grappled with questions about the nature of time for centuries, exploring concepts such as the arrow of time, the existence of the past, present, and future, and the relationship between time and consciousness. Time perception is a fundamental aspect of human experience, shaping our memories, emotions, and decisions. By understanding the science of time perception, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of our minds and the world around us. It's a journey of discovery that continues to evolve. So as we wrap up, remember that your experience of time is unique and personal. There's no right or wrong way to perceive it. The key is to be mindful of how time affects you and to find ways to cultivate a more fulfilling relationship with it. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please consider subscribing for more explorations of the mind. The more you learn about time perception, the more you begin to understand how important it is to make use of the time you have. There's a quote that really highlights this. The trouble is, you think you have time. Now, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I do want to encourage you to think about your own time perception. What is one thing you can do today to make better use of your time? Leave a comment below. Ultimately, time perception is a fascinating and multifaceted phenomenon that touches upon many different aspects of our lives. From our emotions and memories to our culture and technology, time is woven into the fabric of our existence. By continuing to explore this topic, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.